Hello everyone, welcome back to YouTube channel Project Professional. Today I am back with a video on tendering and bidding. It's a very interesting topic. It's a short video, stay tuned. Tendering is a very important component of any project, especially the big and complex ones. The process itself is complex and time consuming. It takes a time duration which run into months. This video would be beneficial for anyone working in the projects. It would also benefit the newcomer to the project, the ones who are undergoing the training, and also those who are pursuing a specialization in the field of project management or the contract. The subtopic in today's video are introduction, definition, tendering document preparation, tendering cycle, tender components, tendering types, bidding types, and the risk associated with tendering. What is tendering? In a very simple way, tendering is lining up of contractor or a service provider to carry out certain works or to provide certain services. It may be as simple as construction of a house to as complex as construction of a refinery, or supply of manpower, or supply of equipment, or to perform design and engineering, etc. Defining the two important terms, let us start with tendering. Tendering is a process where a service or performance of work is requested in lieu of compensation in the form of cost or money. While bidding, it is offering or quoting cost or price for something which may be cost for work, services offered, etc. The next subtopic is preparation of tender document. That is when the tender document is prepared. Tender document preparation. When is tender document prepared? It depends upon the type of work, the type of project, etc. But in general, it is obviously prepared prior to the start of work, and upon finalization of implementation plan, upon completion of scope, terms and condition, on availability of fund to carry out the work, amongst others. Now we'll move to the tendering cycle, a very important subtopic under this video. This is the most important topic of or the subtopic of this video. Tendering cycle. It's quite a complex cycle, quite time consuming. Start with tender document preparation, which takes considerable time. Then upon the preparation of the tender document, when the tender document preparation is completed, then there is a review of tender document and finalization. Then comes the approval to issue the tender, which is basically vary from organization to organization. When the approval is obtained, then the tender is issued to the bidders, who either take it, collect it, take it, or buy it. Once they take the tender document, they go and read it, understand it, and if they have they need any clarification, they mark it. Then the company which issues the tender, they hold a pre-tender meeting or a pre-bid meeting, where the bidders are encouraged or asked to raise any queries, which the company will respond. Then once the clarification is given, the bidders, they prepare the bids, then submit the bid. Before the closing date, which is again a milestone. Once all the bids are received after the closing date, that there is a tender evaluation or the bid evaluation, which is done both the technical suitability and the cost. Once the bid evaluation is completed, the recommendation for award is issued. Then approval on recommendation of award is obtained, and then the contract is awarded to the shortlisted or the selected bidder. Once the contract is awarded, the bidder is required, or the selected bidder is required, to fulfill certain conditions that may include submission of certain documents and bonds. Upon the fulfilling of those conditions, the contract is signed and the tendering cycle is closed. Now let us move on to the tender document component. This itself is also very important. It varies from project to project and type of project, type of organization, etc. Tender document components or the major components. These components are generally form of agreement, invitation to bid, general conditions, special or particular conditions, technical specifications, drawings, form of tender, form of pricing, etc. Though it varies from organization to organization, types of tender, etc., but there is a common, or there are common meeting grounds. The next two subtopics are tendering type and bidding type. Stay tuned. There are basically two types of tendering, the open tendering and the limited tendering. In open tendering, any bidder can participate, while in the limited tendering, only those who are invited to participate, or those who are shortlisted to participate, or only those who are in the company's panel of the bidders can only participate. Also, there are two types of bidding. They are one-part bidding and two-part bidding. In one-part bidding, both technical and the price bids are opened at the same time, that is, they are in the same envelope and opened at the same time, and both technical and price evaluation is done at the same time. While in two-part bidding, the technical part is in one envelope and the price bid is on the another envelope. First the technical bid is opened, then only those bidders those who are technically suitable are shortlisted, and then next only their price bids are opened, and among them the one is selected for the award of the contract. Let's see the risks associated with tendering. Like any other process or the activity, tendering also have their own risks, and they are lack of participation in tendering, that is the risk for client, high value of bid received that may be quite higher than the estimate, and that is also a risk for the client, ambiguity in the tendering condition, that is risk for both client and the bidder, ambiguity in the scope, that is also risk for both client and the bidder, bid price underestimated, that is a risk for the bidder, fail to prepare bid before the tendering closing date, and that is also risk for the bidder. With this I conclude the video. This video comprised the tendering and bidding process. Earlier I came up with a video on material procurement in oil and gas projects. With these two topics, there is one very important topic associated with these two topics, which is the pre-qualification, which will be the part of my another video. So subscribe to my channel Project Professional to get the latest video from my side. All the videos which I prepare are based on my experience in the project, which spans over 22 years, during which I have worked for the whole life cycle of the project, and also from the client side, from engineering consultant side, and from EPC contractor side. And based on my experience or what I have come across, I make video for the benefit of all those who are working in the project, and I hope that this video would be very beneficial to all of you. Thank you. Bye.